When most people think of Oregon, I think they imagine a very rainy, bleak, cloudy section of the United States, and they would be right. My name's Luke Neumann, and I'm an indie filmmaker. When the Panasonic GH5 came around, it was really the first camera to deliver 4K into the hands of the budget indie filmmakers. With the Panasonic GH5, there's a lot of new features. One of the first things we notice is just how well built this camera is. The ergonomics are well thought out, it's solid, and it feels great in your hands. We're both really excited to be able to have a little bit of time to put the camera through its paces before we head off on our big road trip. As a filmmaker in Oregon, one of the biggest challenges is the weather. But since these cameras are weather sealed and they're weather sealed very well, it allows us to focus on our story and our cinematography, but not the gear. Keeping your kit light but also not sacrificing quality, that is always very appealing to filmmakers like us. Having dual SD card slots adds another layer of security. You can use it as a relay, so when one SD card is full, the camera begins recording on the other, or if you want to hand over a copy of the footage to a client. 422 10-bit is the feature that I'm most excited about. If you take your footage, you grade it, that's where 422 10-bit really shines. Because you can start to pull out these details and these colors from the image, which means you can get creative with your storytelling. Around noon, we ended up in Newport, Oregon, which is this vibrant little fishing village. The clouds parted and we had a nice little window of sunshine. With the GH5, we now have 4K 60 frames per second and then 180 frames per second in 1080p. It opens up a lot of creative options for filmmakers. There was a bunch of sea lions down on the docks. We didn't need a tripod, we went handheld. And thanks to the dual image stabilization on the lens and on the sensor with the GH5, we were able to get great footage. To feel like there's an open line of communication between the customer and the manufacturer is definitely a breath of fresh air, and it helps unlock creativity. We're really impressed with the details that we were able to hold in the highlights on those sunset shots, and that's almost exclusively due to the 422 10-bit. We feel like we're in good hands with the Panasonic GH5. These tests were really just the start of the journey for us, and now we're really excited to see what we're going to discover and where the road will take us.
Panasonic.